guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Tonight we are going to be unboxing Geppetto from Pinocchio. I love Pinocchio, one of my favorite all-time Disney movies. I don't know why, but I love it. I know so many people don't care for it, or they're like, that's not for my generation, so whatever. Yeah, it's not for my generation either, but I love it. And honestly, one thing I love about Disney re-releasing classics so often is that it can be a part of anyone's generation, right? Nobody knows what generation it's from unless you tell your kid, oh, this is like an old movie, right? Like for me, when I was growing up, my parents really didn't tell me too much about what was from their generation and what wasn't. I figured it out by watching like the bonus features on the VHSs and stuff. And sometimes they would say little things, but you don't really know as a kid that this is not from your time, right? And even then I wouldn't say it it would stop me from watching a Disney film. So I was glad that I grew up just soaking in all of Disney. So even though this isn't a film from my time, it's still a film that I absolutely do appreciate. And like I said, it's very smart of Disney to re-release these films for every generation. So it feels like whether you're watching it for the first time or like the 100th time, you still feel like you're a part of it. You know what I mean? I love that. On the back of this box, we have Figaro with Cleo, Jiminy Cricket, the Blue Fairy, Geppetto, and Pinocchio. Jiminy Cricket has a diamond edition available somewhere. I don't know if it's Box Lunch or Hot Topic, not sure, but or it might have been Amazon, somewhere like that. I don't know. They have one. There's also a chase of the Blue Fairy, which is super duper cool. But if you don't get the chase, trust me, her regular pop is worth getting by itself. I did a video on that one. That's like my last video. Really, really cool. I will get Figaro and Cleo to get at some point. They will be mine, and then that Jiminy Cricket as well. I got a few other pops I'm trying to get in the works there, but I will be getting those too, so don't worry about those. There will be videos of those coming up. Right now, let's get into Geppetto. All right, guys, here he is out of his box. I know it's a little bit dark, but I just like the softness of this. He looks amazing. I think he looks so, so great. I love this pop. Geppetto is one of those characters to me that you kind of feel for him, don't you? It's kind of sad that he doesn't have a son of his own. I really love the early style animation of Disney. I love how a lot of the characters from different films unapologetically look like they kind of come from the same film. Obviously the stories are totally different. The animation, the colors and things are kind of different too, but the characters, their faces, he looks a little bit like some of the Seven Dwarfs, just in his facial expressions and things like that. I love how these characters look like they could be in the same film based off of just the way that they're animated, right? That doesn't happen too often in Disney films. You can definitely tell, especially now, a lot of the animation from film to film looks very different. I guess, well, not with the computer animated films, those tend to look pretty similar, which is a little annoying to me. It is kind of annoying how much Anna and Elsa look like Rapunzel, I guess, and even other girls look like kind of palette swaps of them in certain cases. But I do love how some of the older animation, I'm not saying the characters look just alike. I'm saying that because of the way they're animated, I could see them being in the same film, which is the 70s and the 60s I think had those kind of things too. But for example, Sleeping Beauty is a film that I can't see any other character in because of the animation in that film, right? It has its own look and its own style that I can't see any other character fitting in that film and kind of merging, right? Seamlessly with the animation being exactly the same, no way. The Lion King too, not the Lion King 2, but the Lion King as well, I should say, has a style all its own too. The Little Mermaid, I would say as well, there's certain 80s films that kind of look like they could fit into this style of Little Mermaid. But I mean, it's definitely different. Also with Beauty and the Beast, those two films, Belle couldn't seamlessly fit into the world of Little Mermaid because I think her animation is a tad bit different, and definitely the style and the way that she looks from Ariel, they're different styles, if that makes sense. Where I think Snow White and Pinocchio, a lot of the characters look very, very similar in the way that they're drawn and the way that they look, and I think that's awesome. I actually really do like that. Okay, and then here is Geppetto up close. I love the clothes. I just love that he's playing that. So cute. I love the hair, the nose, the glasses too, dude. Look at those glasses. Those that actually really makes the pop for me. But again, his nose too, it's very Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with the dwarves, the different colored nose from the rest of the face. He kind of reminds me of Doc a little bit. Very, very cute. I love the hair, very nice. Yeah, I just love this character. I could see him playing this, you know, in a room with the dwarves as they're dancing with Snow White, and like Pinocchio probably in the corner somewhere clapping his hands, like, you know what I mean? I can easily see like these characters fitting in together. Again, just by the way that even in pop form they look very similar. So I like that a lot. Very cool. It looks like he's dancing, right? It's so cute. Him and Pinocchio both actually like have like sort of like a step out in their pop, which I think is great. I think that actually adds to the character. I love that he's like playing something. He's kind of active. This pop, he's not just standing still. He's doing something. Kind of looks like he's putting on like a little bit of a show, and I love that. And Pinocchio has that same thing with his pop. I don't know if Jiminy Cricket does too. I would have to look at the back of the box again to see. But like I said, I love these pops are in action. And actually one Jiminy Cricket pop that we unboxed together not too long ago, Jiminy was also in the kind of an action-y pose himself with his umbrella. So like I said, I like the Pinocchio pops are kind of in action pose. They're not just standing still. I think that definitely does add to them, and hopefully we'll see more of those kind of pops in the future with other Funko lines coming. I did see that there's a Sword in the Stone pop coming, as I said before, with Madame Mim, as I said before in a previous video. Hopefully I'll get my hands on that pop, but I really do hope that means that we are going to get Arthur, aka Wart, and Merlin. I would love to get those pops as well. Different friends of mine have had different ideas, like doing a squirrel 2-pack of Merlin and Arthur, doing a fish 2-pack of Merlin and Arthur. Like, both of those ideas are great. I would personally love to have a regular version of Wart, a version of Wart with like the crown on and his like, you know, like the red jacket in the throne room, and then also like a pop scene moment of him and like, you know, grabbing the sword, that iconic pose. I would love to see that. So I'd love to have like those few different moments that you can do with the pops. I think that'd be really cool. As well as I think the fish and the squirrel ideas, I think both those are really cool. For Pinocchio, I would still love to have a Lampwick Pinocchio as a donkey and human Pinocchio. I would love to have those pops. Okay, and here he is back to center. Once again, we have Geppetto from Pinocchio. He looks absolutely cute. I love this pop. So cute. Hopefully you guys do have him as a part of your collection, or you think about getting him. I would never not recommend getting Pinocchio pops, because I love Pinocchio. Guys, thank you so much for all of your likes, your follow, subscribes. Thank you for sharing. If you are not subbed to the channel yet, well, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, and leave me a nice big like on this video. Let you know that you guys like all the work that I am putting out. I have one more Disney pop I'm going to be doing right now coming up. I'm going to finish the Pinocchio line at some point, but the next character that I'm getting into, telling lies for him would be a bad idea. In fact, telling lies for anybody would be a bad idea, right? So let's just not do it. But for him in particular, his nose will grow. So that's coming up next. I will see you guys next time. Have a magical evening or morning, afternoon or night, whatever you're doing. Have a great time and make sure it's magical. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Like playing with magic.